do. Well, hello there everyone. This is Victor's Wagon 360, and I just thought recently, what am I gonna do for the next video on Monday? I don't really have much bugs or glitches to explore this week, and then I thought, wait, I had loads of questions from viewers about the tutorial I just did, so probably I didn't cover everything, did I? So in this video let's just have a look at what another example looks like for the Traveler's Tales games. And basically we have Lego Star Wars Saga with all the files there. As you can see, the game icon, the Steam version. This is the Steam version. As you can see, some TPF files. These are for the text mod, obviously. Yep, you probably saw some of the videos. If not, maybe you didn't. Well, no big deal. It's just some little stuff that I could. Cookie. Okay. Ruin. Yeah. Anyway, back to this. So here we have basically all the files, and we have all the extracted archives, the DAT archives. Why do I have them here, not in separate folders like I showed you in the previous tutorial? Well, basically some of the games, some of the Traveler's Tales games do not need to be re-archived afterwards. They can just be extracted straight into the game. If you launch it now, however, it will not read from these folders because the archives are still here. So after you've extracted all the archives into the game folder, not in the one that would be like I don't know, Lego Marvel Avengers, the one that I showed in previous tutorial. So you have to make a separate folder. No, all these folders, including characters, levels, movies, PC, blah blah blah, just make a dead DAT files folder separately. So if you right click, go new and folder, and obviously I'm not going to do that because I already have it. So if you go to DAT folder and just move all the archives there before editing any of the files in the folders, then you should be okay. What you come up with is this, basically. So in the end, all you have is just all these folders without DAT files. So now the game should read directly from the folders. So if you go to DAT files folder, here are all the packs, as I would call them, DAT files. And a few things to consider. Basically, if you really want to do the editing of textures, I would recommend using text mode. So you launch the text mode, choose the application here, then choose the mod here, or you go to package build. I basically made a separate tutorial on it. It's right here, should come up on the screen now. And basically you can also edit the text files for the characters, and basically if you know what you're doing, you can pretty much edit most of the game content. So let me show you how to do the characters in case you want to do it in Lego Star Wars. So characters, we'll go to the chars folder, and there should be a file called charstxt.fpk. What I did here, I renamed it to charstxt222.fpk. so basically I did 222 so that the game does not read it, and instead we can change each file separately for each character if we want to. So, for example, the way, let's go for random, like Padme. Yep, we have a whole lot of files here. They're all doing their own like role. They're basically responsible for different stuff. What we're interested in is padme.txt. If you sort by type, it's going to be easier actually. So if we scroll down, all the txt files are here. These are just different variants of Padme, I guess. So Padme Simple, Padme Battle, Padme Claude, on Geonosis, basically all the stuff. If we go into text file, it's pretty much the same as in the tutorial about Lego Marvel Avengers. So you can change the speed of the character by just going like walk speed, tiptoe speed, run speed. So mess around with these. And what I did, in fact, here's a good example. I went to the folder for Darth Vader. I think it's Vader. No, it's not. It's actually Darth Vader. Yes, there it is. Sorted by type again. If you're too lazy to scroll down, sort it again. There we go. Always make a copy like I did here. All it takes is just to well, click on the file, right click, drag it, and say copy here. So now you have an extra copy. Obviously I don't need that, so I'm going to delete that. But if you open the file Darth Vader, you can see what I did here. I changed the speeds for Darth Vader, so he's actually much faster now, and his jump speed is also a bit buffed, as I can put it. So his jump speed is increased, jump second speed, which is basically if you hold it, is increased as well, and double speed when you do a double jump is also even bigger than the previous one. So yeah, he can fly all the way. Pretty much covers the text editing, I guess, because you can have a look and mess around with the files yourself. Again, if you do that for Lego Star Wars and some of the older games, remember you need to rename or cut and remove, like replace this file somewhere. Don't delete it, because you might actually need it if something goes wrong. It shouldn't, but it can go, as always. So don't delete it. If you want to move it, just go cut. I'm not gonna do it, but yeah, and paste it in the game folder usually, so that it's easy to find afterwards. Okay, so a few things about the textures that you might want to know. It's if you want the textures, again, sort by type. And you have some of the BSA files here. Not so much actually. But yeah, basically there are different texture files that you can edit. GHG is, as far as I can remember, the model files. So if you know how to edit those, then good luck, and all the way to you. Oh, with Chewbacca what I did, I actually edited his size, so he actually looks like really big Wookiee on steroids or something. So you can see the scale I did almost twice as large. And basically you can have all the abilities you want to, so you can put like that he's a baddie, that he can use the dark side stuff, that he has the force, all that stuff. In Lego Star Wars, you just have to kind of experience and my bad, you just have to experiment with the abilities and look at other characters. So for example, if you want the lightning from Darth Sidious, then you just go to Darth Sidious and look at his text file. What does he have? So he's a baddie, he's a Jedi. What can he use? He has certain animations, he has certain files attached to the character. So basically all the stuff about the character is usually in the text file. So if you want to change something, you usually go here first, and then normally, as I said, BSA is the texture file. Don't worry, it says here Bethesda file archive because I actually didn't assign it properly for Lego Star Wars, because I actually assigned it for Fallout modding. Yeah. Yes, I wanted to mod Fallout, but then I thought, nah, Lego is better. Yeah, anyway, so this, if you want to particularly have a look at other stuff like DDS files, that's also about the shaders. If you want to find all the shaders, say for the all the game, you just need to go to search and type in DDS or .dds, and here you have all the texture files that are extracted from that game. So it's a good idea to actually download the Arfan View. I'm not sure how to pronounce it still. I used it for years now. Still unsure how to pronounce it. Okay, so basically these are different bodies for different characters. You can go through them by scrolling in this program, so it's really handy tool. I would advise it to anyone who is doing texture modding. Yeah, so as you can see, here is Han Solo's jacket, some creatures like texture. Yeah, some, I think that's Luke Skywalker's. That's some Jedi's robe. That's Wookiees, obviously. Yeah, the Imperial officer or something. So yeah, you can go through the textures here. They're quite simple to go through. You can use the various conversion software for the texture editing. If you want to know where the textures are, all you have to do is just right click, open file location. Basically just use it as you would use the Windows search system. So here's the search system, you type in what you want, and yeah, you go from there. By the way, all the texture files for Lego Star Wars seem to be in Weirdo folder, and they are sorted by body parts. Well, Lego body parts, obviously. Yeah, and some of the stuff is not editable yet, as far as I'm aware, because some of the animation files, like AM3, they are still to be worked on, but I'm not really into changing animations. I like the way they are at the moment. And yeah, again, if you the small folder, if you want to edit all the textures and stuff, I would advise using text mode. So yeah, that covers about it really. And give me a shout in the comments, obviously, if anything is unclear or if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Yeah, if they're obviously relevant to this topic, because as far as I know, it shouldn't be hard to edit any Lego game nowadays, but yeah. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, because I'll try and answer as soon as possible. Okay, thank you for watching, and that was Victor's Wagon 360, and I'll see you next week.